Have you ever been there? You're going about your day, feeling fine, perhaps even invigorated, and then a thought, an image, or a memory of a specific person crosses your mind. Suddenly, a subtle shift occurs. It might start as a flicker of anxiety, a tightening in your chest, or a pervasive sense of dread. Before you know it, that initial spark of energy you had begins to dwindle, replaced by an inexplicable heaviness. Your focus wavers, your mood sours, and a profound weariness settles over you, leaving you feeling utterly drained, as if an invisible siphon has just extracted your vital force. This isn't just about feeling mentally tired from overthinking. This is about an energetic signature, a resonance that specific individuals can carry, which, when encountered, even in thought, can actively deplete your internal resources. It's a phenomenon many experience, but few truly understand. We're not talking about literal vampires, but about the profound impact human interactions have on our subtle energy systems. Our bodies are not just physical matter. They are intricate energetic fields, constantly exchanging information and influence with our environment and the people within it. Imagine your personal energy as a vibrant, colorful shield, constantly emanating from your core. It's your aura, your vital force, your inner light that fuels your creativity, your joy, and your sense of peace. Now picture an interaction, or even the mere thought of someone, as a collision of these energetic shields. Ideally, these collisions are gentle, harmonious, or even invigorating. But sometimes, a different dynamic unfolds. Some individuals, often unconsciously, carry wounds, unaddressed emotional burdens, or deeply ingrained patterns of need that act like energetic vacuums. When your shield comes into contact with theirs, instead of a gentle exchange, there's a powerful pull, and your energy begins to flow out of you, absorbed into their vortex of need. Consider the person who perpetually complains. Every conversation with them becomes a deep dive into their problems, their injustices, their constant struggles. They rarely ask about you, and if they do, it's a brief pause before they pivot back to their own narrative of woe. As you listen, trying to offer support or solutions, you might notice your own mood dipping, your patience fraying, and a growing sense of fatigue. This isn't just empathy, it's an energetic absorption. Their consistent negativity, their inability to find solutions, creates a dense, heavy energy field, and as you engage, you unwittingly become an emotional sponge, soaking up their unprocessed burdens. Or think of the individual who constantly seeks validation. They might need endless reassurance about their choices, their appearance, or their worth. Every interaction becomes an unspoken demand for you to affirm them, to pump them up, to fill their internal reservoir of self-esteem. You might leave these conversations feeling like you've just run a marathon, having poured all your positive affirmation into someone else only to feel empty yourself. This is because their unfulfilled need acts like an energetic leak in your own system, requiring you to constantly patch it with your own vital energy. This dynamic isn't necessarily malicious. Often, the energy drainer is entirely unaware of the effect they have. They are simply operating from a place of personal deficit, a void within themselves that they instinctively try to fill from external sources. They might be struggling with their own fears, anxieties, or a deep sense of unworthiness, and without the tools to replenish their own energy, they unconsciously draw from those around them who seem more robust or resilient. The key to understanding this phenomenon lies in recognizing that our energy is a finite resource. Just as you wouldn't let someone endlessly borrow money without ever paying it back, you cannot indefinitely allow others to siphon your emotional and mental energy without consequences. The feeling of being drained is your body's, your mind's, and your spirit's intelligent alarm system, signaling that a boundary has been breached, or that you are giving more than you can sustainably afford. This initial recognition is crucial. It frees you from the self-blame that often accompanies these experiences. It's not that you are weak or that you should be able to handle it. It's that a genuine energetic imbalance is occurring, and once you acknowledge this, you can begin the powerful work of reclaiming your energy and fortifying your inner world. In the upcoming sections, we will explore practical strategies for understanding these invisible currents, creating robust energetic boundaries, and transforming how you interact with these draining influences, ensuring that your inner light remains vibrant and whole. If this description resonates deeply with your own experiences, if you've ever felt this profound drain and yearned for a clearer path forward, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your engagement helps us share these vital insights, empowering more people to protect their precious energy. Now that we've acknowledged the reality of energetic drainage, let's explore its various forms and understand why certain individuals, or even the mere thought of them, can trigger such a profound sense of depletion. This isn't about assigning blame or labeling people, but rather about recognizing patterns of interaction that impact your well-being. By understanding these subtle dynamics, you gain the power to respond consciously rather than react unconsciously. One of the most insidious forms of energetic drain comes from individuals who are perpetually in a state of victimhood. Their narrative is always one of suffering, of external forces conspiring against them, and of their own helplessness. Every conversation becomes an appeal for sympathy, a demand for emotional rescue. When you engage with someone operating from this victim mentality, you often find yourself pouring your empathy, your advice, and your positive energy into a bottomless well. Their inability to take responsibility or seek solutions creates an energetic sinkhole, and your attempts to pull them out only deplete your own resources, leaving you heavy with their unaddressed burdens. It's like trying to fill a sieve with water. No matter how much you pour, it just passes through, leaving you with less. Another common source of energetic drain is the controller archetype. These individuals, often driven by their own anxieties and need for security, attempt to manage and dictate the thoughts, feelings, and actions of those around them. This can manifest as micromanaging, constant criticism, unsolicited advice, or emotional manipulation. When you are in the orbit of a controller, your sense of autonomy is constantly under threat. You might find yourself second-guessing your decisions, suppressing your true feelings, or bending your will to accommodate theirs. This constant internal battle, the effort to maintain your authentic self against their controlling influence, is incredibly taxing, leading to a profound sense of mental and emotional exhaustion. Your spirit feels caged, and your natural energetic flow is stifled. Then there are the emotional processors. These are individuals who, when facing their own discomfort, anxiety, or anger, don't have healthy internal mechanisms to process these feelings. Instead, they dump them onto others. This could be through explosive outbursts, relentless complaining, or projecting their own frustrations onto you. You become their emotional receptacle. After such an encounter, you might notice your own emotions mirroring theirs. Sudden irritation, unexpected sadness, or a general sense of unease, even if the content of the interaction wasn't directly about you. This is a clear energetic transfer, where their unprocessed emotional charge infiltrates your energetic field, leaving you to carry a weight that isn't yours. Consider also the attention seeker. This person constantly demands to be the center of focus, not necessarily through grand gestures, but through subtle maneuvers. They might interrupt, one-up your stories, or steer every conversation back to themselves. While a healthy need for connection is natural, an insatiable demand for attention becomes a drain, because it requires you to constantly feed their ego with your presence and validation. Your energy is diverted from your own internal focus to perpetually fueling theirs, leaving you feeling unseen, unheard, and ultimately energetically diminished. It's like being in a room where all the lights are shining on one person, leaving you in the shadows. Even the simple act of thinking about these individuals can be draining. Why? Because our thoughts are not passive. They are energetic currents. When you dwell on a person who consistently depletes you, you are mentally re-engaging with their energetic signature. You are, in essence, opening a channel to that draining influence, even if they are not physically present. Your mind recreates the dynamics, reactivates the emotional responses, and the energetic leakage begins anew. This is particularly true if you have unresolved feelings or unaddressed boundaries concerning that person. The loop of thinking about them can become a continuous drain, preventing you from fully recovering your energy. Recognizing these patterns is the first step towards self-preservation. It's about developing a heightened awareness of how different interactions and individuals make you feel energetically. Do you feel uplifted and invigorated? Or do you feel heavy, anxious, or tired? Your body and your emotions are your most reliable energetic barometers. Trust these signals. Understanding these dynamics isn't about avoiding all difficult people. That's often impossible and not always desirable for growth. Instead, it's about becoming a conscious participant in your energetic exchanges. It's about learning to differentiate between healthy empathetic connection and unhealthy energetic absorption. It's about building an inner fortress, not to keep others out, but to ensure that your own vital essence remains protected and intact, no matter who you encounter. In our final segment, we will delve into concrete, practical strategies to establish these boundaries, reclaim your energy, and cultivate a resilient inner sanctuary. We have journeyed through the subtle yet profound ways certain individuals and thought patterns can drain our precious energy. Now it is time to move beyond understanding the problem and empower ourselves with actionable strategies to reclaim our vitality and fortify our energetic boundaries. This is not about building walls, but about cultivating a strong, clear sense of self that can interact with the world without becoming depleted. It's about consciously choosing where and how you invest your invaluable energetic resources. The first crucial step is awareness and acknowledgement. As we discussed, your body and emotions are your primary indicators. When you feel that familiar drag, the inexplicable fatigue, or a sudden shift in your mood after an interaction or even a thought, pause. Acknowledge it without judgment. Say to yourself, I am feeling drained by this connection, thought. This simple act of naming it brings the unconscious dynamic into conscious awareness, immediately beginning to lessen its hold. Keep a mental or physical note of who or what triggers these feelings. This pattern recognition is your personal energetic map. Second, cultivate clear energetic boundaries. Think of your energy field as a personal bubble, sacred and permeable only by your consent. Physically, this means learning to say no graciously but firmly. No, I can't take on that extra task right now. No, I'm not available for a long conversation today. No, I won't engage in that negative discussion. This can feel challenging, especially if you're accustomed to pleasing others, but remember, saying no to something that drains you is saying yes to your own well-being. Verbally, set limits. I hear you, but I can only listen for a few more minutes. I need to shift to a more positive topic. Emotionally, it means disengaging from the urge to fix, rescue, or endlessly advise. You can offer support without absorbing their entire emotional landscape. Third, practice energetic detachment. This is vital, especially for those you cannot avoid, like family or colleagues. Detachment doesn't mean indifference. It means separating your emotional state from theirs. Imagine yourself as a still lake, and their turbulent emotions as stones being thrown into it. You observe the ripples, but you don't become the ripples. A powerful visualization for this is to imagine a gentle, protective light surrounding you. When draining energy comes your way, visualize it bouncing off this light, unable to penetrate your core. Another technique is to consciously cut energetic cords. When you feel a lingering drain after an interaction, visualize a golden thread connecting you to that person's heavy energy. Then, with intention, mentally snip that thread, allowing their energy to return to them and your energy to return to you, purified. This is not about severing the relationship, but about releasing the unhealthy energetic entanglement. Fourth, recharge your own battery actively. If you know certain interactions deplete you, you must have an equally robust system for replenishment. This is non-negotiable. What truly re-energizes you? Is it spending time in nature, meditation, creative pursuits, exercise, quiet reflection, or connecting with genuinely uplifting people? Prioritize these activities. Make them a sacred part of your routine. Just as you wouldn't drive a car without gas, don't navigate your life without replenishing your energetic reserves. The stronger your core energy, the less susceptible you are to external drains. Fifth, shift your focus to self-responsibility. While it's easy to identify others as the source of your depletion, true empowerment comes from examining your own role. Why are you allowing your energy to be drained? Is there an underlying fear of conflict, a need for approval, or an unaddressed pattern of self-sacrifice. By addressing these internal vulnerabilities, you strengthen your energetic armor from within. This might involve setting boundaries with yourself, recognizing your own tendency to overgive, or cultivating a deeper sense of self-worth that doesn't depend on external validation. Finally, cultivate a high vibrational inner environment. Your inner world is a magnet for what you attract. If your thoughts are consistently negative, critical, or anxious, you inadvertently create an energetic resonance that can attract more draining experiences. Practice gratitude, positive affirmations, and mindfulness. Feed your mind with uplifting content, inspiring conversations, and beautiful experiences. The more you cultivate a high vibrational inner state, the more naturally you repel lower, draining energies, and the more you attract connections that nourish and elevate you. Remember, protecting your energy is not selfish. It is an act of profound self-love and a prerequisite for living a vibrant, fulfilling life. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and you cannot be fully present or effective if your vital force is constantly being siphoned away. The journey to energetic sovereignty is ongoing, requiring vigilance, practice, and compassion for yourself. As you step forward, armed with this awareness and these tools, you will begin to notice a profound shift. The feeling of being drained will diminish, replaced by a consistent sense of inner strength and peace. You'll move through your days with greater clarity, emotional resilience, and an unwavering connection to your own powerful, abundant energy. If this guide has illuminated your path and empowered you to take control of your energetic well-being, we invite you to take action. Subscribe to our channel for more insights on personal empowerment and transformation. Share this video with anyone you know who might be experiencing similar energetic drains. And most importantly, leave a comment below, sharing one strategy you plan to implement to protect your energy. Your experiences and insights enrich our community. Because when we learn to guard our light, we not only heal ourselves, but we also inspire others to shine brighter.